guys, how's it going? Carl here, North Coast Constrictors. So the bottom tank there, the retic tank, needs a clean. She's had a shed, my Goldenchild purple albino. I'm gonna try and not get tongue tied. I always mess up in my videos. That's why you see a lot of text when I sometimes called a Goldenchild lavender albino, and she's a purple albino, because I always just wing it on these videos. I hate editing, so I just rather add in. But what's happening now is I need to clean the tank. However, it takes two of us to do this because, well, I could take her out and put her in a holding container, but my girlfriend is definitely not holding the snake because the Goldenchild is a bit of a handful. Okay, she's very cage defensive. So I'm gonna pull her out and I'm gonna hold her, and then I'm gonna do like a little bit of a show and tell. And my girlfriend's gonna clean the tank. There's a massive poo inside there, huge. It's like bigger than a human poo. You can see it there in the corner. Well, it depends on some humans. And there's a massive shed in there because she's about 10 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull her out and then do a video on her. And while I'm doing that, my girlfriend's gonna take the poo out and the shed out, and yeah, let's get on with it. I never know how she's gonna react. I always say, oh, this girl's a handful, and then when I do a video on her, she doesn't do anything to me. But when I'm not filming, and now her pupils are fully dilated, so she is already in a mood. You can see she's hungry, she's shed. Hello, girlie. Hello. Okay, so that S shape there, never a good sign, but let's give her a few moments. Thank you, lot. Now, I have got to take the driftwood out before I get her out, so I've got to try and maneuver her up and away from, and if you just excuse my back for a second. It's very difficult to get this. Now, if you could see her eyes as close as I can see her eyes, they are fully dilated. She is in that striking position, which is never a good thing. Okay, right, so she's moving away now, which means she's not coming towards me, so boom, and I have got her out. Okay. Right, so now while my girlfriend's going to clean the tank. So let me give you a little bit of a show and tell here on my Goldenchild lavender albino, purple albino, Goldenchild purple albino. You can see that she seems pretty chilled. Okay, and it's because I've got her out of the enclosure and she's cage defensive. Okay, so I have to handle her. I'm going to try and move somewhere where the light is a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, so, oh, the light's terrible here. Anyway, blue eyes, the most amazing blue eyes, reticulated pythons, as most of you are probably very aware, are the longest snake in the world. Okay, they're not the thickest snake in the world or the heaviest snake in the world by body mass. And let me tell you guys, I've got my arms like this, and she could lock me up. She could, and in fact that's what she's doing right now. Thank goodness I've done MMA and jiu-jitsu, so I know how to get out of these locks. Haha. No, I'm not a professional martial artist, but I did used to compete. So I kind of know how to get out of grips. This is a good 10-foot retic, and right now I can tell you that I'm using a lot of force. She has got her entire body wrapped around. I'm going to try and move back so you can see. Trust me when I tell you that her anchor on my arm here is pretty hectic. All right, now, trying at the same time what I'm doing without squeezing her, without and I also remain calm. One of the things about retics is they pick up on vibes, they pick up on mood, they can tell if you are scared, they can tell if you are angry, they can tell if you are defensive, they can pick up off your vibrations, okay? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get this in the lighting is terrible there. Right now, this girl, because I haven't had her from a hatchling, I've had her as from like an adult almost, like I've had her from she's about 3.5, 4 years old, okay? And I'm still socializing her. I'm still getting her used to me and used to my voice. And you can see that everything that I'm doing with her, I'm doing very, very slow and gentle. I'm also letting her move around a lot. But what I do with her, you can see is I'm always deflecting her away from my face. My other videos, you will see that I allow my retics to come right up to my face, okay? This is a heat source, my breath is a heat source, and a lot of times guys get charred right in the face or in the neck. Got to watch this one, Goldenchilds and Pards are particular, for some reason that particular gene or that particular morph, those two, Goldenchilds and Pards, are pretty aggressive. You wouldn't think so now, but guys, I've done a lot of work with her, okay? But at any moment, there can be a look in the eye, like she's looking around now, and she's checking everything out, and she's smelling, she's got a lot of slow tongue flicks, okay? When you see those eyes dilate, so they go from like cat's eyes to round, and then she faces you, you know it's game on, she's coming, that a bite's coming. There's a couple of tricks for that, okay? So always keep one arm free so that you can always protect your neck. Keep your arm between your neck if she does happen to get you in a grip. So let's say like she had to turn on me now. Let's say while we're sitting here, she decided to turn on me. Boom. What I do, the first thing I do is do a quick swivel, like a 180. Completely throw her off balance, okay? All right. And you can repeat it. You can go in the other direction. You can. It's just literally spinning around. It just throws the snake off. It gives you. So if she was coming for your face or if she was coming for your arm, like that striking motion is a straight striking motion, straight to the target. By spinning around now, you've disorientated her, okay? And then she's forgotten about it. Okay, now this coil here around me, okay, let me tell you, is strong, okay? It's very, very strong. Now, I don't know, she's also just shed, okay, so she's also ready to eat, okay, so she's ready for a meal, but she's only going to get fed this weekend, but I just want to show you, if you knew how hard this was around my body. I think she's just sussing me out now as well. I think she wants to go, I think she wants to get on the floor and go down. Okay, there we go, those pupils are getting dilated. Babe, is the tank ready for me to put her back? Okay. There are telltale signs when it's time to put your retic away. I always highly recommend, have a look here. You can't see now, you can see she had me around she had me coiled around my knees. I didn't say it was hard to get her out. Retics can live 20 years, maybe longer. They can get up to, the biggest one in captivity, 27 feet. Somewhere in America, I forget the place. I don't think I'll let my retics get bigger than 15 to 18 feet. And what happens basically is when she reaches that size, I'll just control the amount of food that she consumes, which means I'll offer her, I'll either keep the consistency the same but a slightly smaller prey, or keep it on her on the same size prey, so it's just maintenance, okay, but she still gets the nutrients. Or I'll feed her one big meal and I'll spread it out, make her wait a month. The reason why, one of the things is I don't like to do huge big gaps in between is because when they get hungry, they are very, very, they want to eat. They're in hunger mode, they're hunting. They push up against the glass on the tank. You can hear it at night. I'm in my bedroom on the other side of the house, and I can hear them pushing on the glass. And they can break that glass quite easily. You know, they don't know their own strength. So I would rather give her a meal, you know, and let her eat, even if it's a smaller meal, and then she's got something in her belly, and then they chill, and then they relax. Not only that, you want to handle them. So, you know, a smaller meal, within 2 days, you can pick her up and play with her like I am now and hold her. Don't do that when they're in shed. Guys, don't pick up your retics and try and handle them when they're in shed. They can't see, so they just rely on heat, their heat sensors. Okay, so, okay, you see that? You see how that throws them off, okay? I never know. This is one of those girls that she'll be looking at you, she'll look the other way, and the next minute she's turned around and she's taken a swipe. She has gone for me on a few occasions. I haven't got it on camera, but I think it was, you know, it's been a while now, so I think she's just getting used to me, and she knows that I'm safe. She can trust me. I'm not going to hurt her. I'm not a threat. I'm not a threat to her. Okay. I don't know. I want to try and measure her, but what I've got to do is I've got to put her up against a wall and let her slither across the wall, and then I'll take a measurement from the one side to the other side, because trying to measure a retic is almost impossible. So guys, just in the ending, I was gonna, in the top tank there, I've got the light off, I've got a Tiger 11 Albino. I did say in one of my last retic videos that I'm breeding her this year, and I was gonna breed her to a Motley Citron 100% hit lavender albino male. I have decided against doing that. I am not going to be breeding my retics this year. The simple reason for that is that the snake market at the moment is not good, okay? In general, the snake market is going through some really, really difficult times, and the last thing I need is to have a whole bunch of baby retics that I need to look after, home feed, because I could get between 15 and 25 eggs from that female. 15 and 25 eggs from that female, and now I've got 20 retics to look after and feed. It means I've got to spend at least 15,000 Rand on enclosures or racking system for the babies. Then they'll grow up and they'll move from a racking enclosure into enclosures like that, and they are expensive until I sell them. And right now in South Africa, no one's really buying. So unfortunately, guys, sorry to tell you that there won't be a video on pairing up retics this year. We are waiting until next year. We're going to see what the snake market is doing in South Africa next year. Ball pythons, I'm still breeding this year. The market, although it's bad, it's still active. Retics is much more of a niche market. Okay, so guys, from me and Gabriella here, my Goldenchild purple albino, it's over and out. Let me get her in the enclosure. There we go. She doesn't want to go back in, but anyway. Right, now this is the tricky part. Let's try and just do this, take a different approach. Now, the last thing we want is her wrapping and coiling like that. This is what I was trying to avoid. Okay, so now I'm going to have to let this one play out. If you look down at the bottom here, she's got herself coiled around the wheel. So now I have to play a waiting game now. Maybe she'll go back into her enclosure like a good girl. Looks like that's what she's doing. I'll encourage it a little bit with the... Just make sure she doesn't come out this way. That actually went rather well. So guys, yeah, just the interference, the least interference, the better. If you guys are wondering what this red tub is here, this is just it's a tub with a little block of Vapona in it. Vapona is, and she's in. Vapona is for mites, guys. She doesn't have mites, but it prevents mites, okay? It's, if you don't know what it is, Google it. I don't feel like explaining what it is now. I just put a block in to because if the snake comes into contact with the Vapona, it is toxic, it will kill the snake. So you must put it in a container like that, and I've put a lot of holes in it. Small, tiny little holes. Let me pick that up. So like small holes in the thing of vapor in the container that's containing a little, like a chocolate block size of Vapona. And what that does is it prevents mites. Okay, so you know, my snakes are mite free. Not always. Sometimes you get mites. You can go somewhere to another breeder. You go buy rats and whatever. Sometimes you get mites or mite egg on you. Come home and inadvertently give one or two of your snakes mites. It spreads, but it is a bit of a mission. But you can stop it. You can get rid of it. I use something called BioKill. I spray the snakes down. I take all the substrate out. I clean the tanks. It's a mission. And then we put Vapona in. And there's my son hiding around the corner. Max, come say how's it. You're on YouTube. This is my son Max. Hello. Future, hopefully aspiring snake breeder. Take over from me one day. I still got many years to go. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Give us a follow on Instagram, northcoast_constrictors. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to this channel. I know a lot of you guys are watching it right now. You probably watch all the time, but you haven't hit that subscribe button. Hit subscribe. You know, you don't have to hit the notification bell. Just hit subscribe. I'm trying to get the viewers up. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So you're doing me a solid, please. Really, you know, you're helping me out here. Get my name out there as a breeder. Yeah, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you to all the followers that are following me at the moment. Special shout out to a couple of you guys that always watch my videos. Patrick, you know who you are. Grizzly, you know who you are. Okay, so those two guys always, they love my videos. I get a lot of questions from them, always good comments from them. Those two guys from the United States. I seem to have quite a lot of followers from America. Awesome guys. I used to live in America. I used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina. About 20 years ago, 18 years ago I think it was. I had a green card, I had a job, I lived and I worked there for a while. But you know, South Africa, this is my home, this is where I was born, and you know, I came home. Love America, you know. But you know, got my family here and all my friends, and you know, this is home to me. But shout out to all you guys that are watching and subscribing. Thank you. See you on the next video.